What's good, people? It's your boy Clan, the Spurs fan, here with a video. Give me a like, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and we up in here. Hold on, let me wait. I'm gonna wait for some people to get into this live stream. I know you guys want to talk. I know. I'm so hyped right now. What's up, Alan? Wamba. Yo, I ain't coming. Oh, there it is. For a second, I was like, nobody's in here. Thing ain't even popping up, like showing how many people in here. Yeah. What's up, Jace? How y'all doing? Yo, we got to talk about this. Like, real talk. We got to talk about this. So, as you know, or as you've heard, what's up, bro? What's up? Timmy getting resurrected. I know. The first order of business. Tim Duncan is the Spurs' new assistant coach, along with Will Hardy. No one's mentioning Will Hardy, by the way. But Tim Duncan is the Spurs' new assistant coach. This is awesome. And I was trying to think, I'm so glad I waited to this stream, y'all, because this is like the perfect day to do it. I was trying to think of a way that this could be bad, because I was like, yo, you can't just be totally biased. You got to look at all sides of this thing. And the only thing I can come up with was, well, this could be bad because a lot of times great players don't make good coaches. But I think I can combat that. What's up, John? Yes, that's right. Tim Duncan is back. I'm so happy right now. I'm scared this could mean Pop retires this coming season. Pop is a man of his word, man. He signed a 3-year contract. It's probably gonna be the 3-year contract. Tim Duncan won't be ready to be a coach within a year, and it's not even a guarantee that he coaches and then just loves it and wants to be a head coach. You know what I mean? Who knows? Sir, everybody excited. All right, let me go ahead and get my thoughts on this because I don't want to beat around the bush. Just those people who are coming in that seeing this video later, because I don't want to disrespect them. So let me go ahead and go straight into this. So, by the way, I was driving. I was like, I'm gonna make a video when I get home. I'm gonna make a video. I said I can't do it. I just gotta talk right here. Okay. Here's the thing with this. I was trying to think of like positives and negatives in regard to this, and I tried to start with the negatives. And the only thing I can come up with is that a lot of times great players, and I'm talking all-time greats. I'm not talking players that were just really good or pretty good. I'm talking about all-time great players often don't make great coaches. It happens all the flipping time. But somebody like Tim Duncan, the only reason why I think that he could be a great coach or really good coach is because his whole career he's been coaching. You know what I mean? Like, and I know it's different from being one of the guys and then being the head guy, but Tim Duncan is San Antonio. You know what I mean? Like, he is that team. The legend of Tim Duncan. A lot of times people give Tim Duncan more credit for this dynasty run that the Spurs are still having. They give it to Tim Duncan. A lot of times people don't even give it fully to Pop. They always say Tim Duncan. It's always the Tim Duncan era. And they always say that the reason why the Spurs can still do this today is because of Tim Duncan. So this is something special. Tim is special, bro. He's dead silent. Look his coaching. Wait, what? Dead silence. Look his coaching. Oh yeah, I got you. No, he's a perfect coach. And then he gives you that look, like that face, like that stare, like you just effed up. Like, he's perfect for this because it's not like Tim Duncan took a hiatus, left the Spurs, went on vacation. I'm sure he did go on vacation, but you know what I mean? Like, went to vacation, moved down to Colorado or moved to California and just enjoying life. And then he came back and said, you know what? I just miss basketball. Tim Duncan has been to a lot of these practices. Almost every single time we see a Spurs player on social media showing their workout or they're in the freaking practice arena, you see Tim Duncan's ass over there. Tim Duncan is always there, so he's like he's perfect to be the next coach. It's awesome. It's amazing because, I mean, I just saw, what was it? Who was filming this? Was it Brent? No, it wasn't Brent Forbes. It was Lonnie Walker. That's cool. Tim will be a great coach. Yeah, it was Lonnie. What up, Lobo? It was Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker was doing a workout, or he was in the middle of workout. He put it on social media. He videotaped it, and it was Tim Duncan's tall, old, amazing, legendary ass walking through the gym and talking to people, and walking back out, and it was like, yo, he's involved in every single thing the San Antonio Spurs do. So I'm sure Tim Duncan has a vision for what's going on. And I remember when he won that last championship, that was one of the first questions people asked him, because they knew his retirement was coming up, and they said, are you going to coach? And he said, I don't know. Pop wanted to get me to do it, but I'm not sure. Pop has been trying to push Tim Duncan to coach. And if Pop, being the man's man that he is, and being such a great coach as he is, he don't want Tim Duncan just to coach because that's his friend. Yeah, they're probably best friends, of course. But he wants Tim Duncan to coach because he knows Tim Duncan can be a great coach. And Tim Duncan didn't force himself in there. He didn't jump right up in there and start doing it. The opportunity opened himself. Messina left. Udoka left. And Tim Duncan said, you know what? I'm ready. And now he's our coach. I think that he's going to make a great assistant coach. And this isn't one of those things where let's not jump to conclusions and say Tim Duncan next head coach. We don't know that. Tim Duncan doesn't have to be the next head coach. Being an assistant coach to Popovich and giving Popovich a little insight on these players, and Tim Duncan being able to talk to these players on a player level, along with talking to them on a coaching level, because Tim Duncan always coached. I mean, if you remember him on the court, man, he was so quiet, like you guys said, he'd be so quiet, but then somebody screw up, he's like, yo, come on, huddle up, let's talk. I mean, he inspired Manu, Tony Parker. I mean, there's a lot of greats that came through Tim Duncan that were inspired. And now, this is another thing. Now, this is the thing that everyone's going to miss, but you're going to hear it here right now. Trey Lyles, the same guy that we all would, not all, because not me, but a lot of people were saying, he's trash, he's garbage. He looked up to Tim Duncan. He said that he based his game off of Tim Duncan. That's the guy he looked at. You don't think Tim Duncan being his coach is a big deal? You don't think the San Antonio Spurs thought that as well? I mean, don't get me wrong. Tim Duncan was going to be able to be the coach anyway. But this is the new player's idol right here. He can teach him some things. It's not just going to be behind the scenes Tim Duncan teaching you and practicing that. No. He's going to be able to, as soon as Trey Lyles make a mistake on the court, right there, real time, Tim Duncan can get, I was about to phrase that wrong. I was about to say get in his something, but that was going to sound wrong. But he can get on that man real quick and teach him a little something. I'm excited. I'm happy. I mean, our coaches look amazing, dude. I mean, Tim Duncan, Becky, Pop. Oh my God. I want to hear the DeMar. Man, you calm down. I want to hear the DeMar update. You calm down. We ain't talking about DeMar right now. Tim Duncan deserves more than what? 8 minutes? Give that man his time. Tim Duncan deserves it. Tim Duncan gave us 19 years. He deserved 8 minutes. He deserved at least 19 minutes. A minute for each year he gave us. And not only that, one thing that I thought that was really cool is they asked I guess they asked Popovich. I don't know. I just saw a quote from Popovich. I didn't hear him say it. But Popovich said that it's only right for Tim Duncan, after I was his assistant for 19 years, for him to be my assistant now. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Pop seeing himself as Tim Duncan's assistant. He gives the whole praise, the whole franchise to Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan saved everything. 19 years, 5 championships, probably deserve more than the 8 minutes. Thank you, Dottie. Dottie the cat. Thank you. Why is it called Dottie the cat? You have a cat named Dottie? I used to work at a pharmacy, and there was the pharmacist's name was Dottie. She gave me some reference letters. She's really sweet. But hey, that's besides the point. Tim Duncan deserves our time, damn it. All right, now let me look through some of these messages. And you guys ask questions or anything regarding the Tim Duncan subject. We'll get to the DeMar thing in a little bit, but you give Tim Duncan his respect. And anybody that's in here, please like this video as well. Please like it, because I want it to show up. As soon as somebody type in Tim Duncan, I want this video to show up so we can talk about it. Like the video. It's only 16 likes on this. Okay. It's like 100 of y'all here. Wait, what's up, bro? Yes, sir. Sup, clan. I'm scared this could mean Pop retired. We talked about that. Would love to see him be the head coach when Pop leaves and wins 6 NBA championships. Well, yeah, just calm down. Just calm down. Assistant coach and head coach are two different things, y'all. Tim Duncan, his whole career has been under Pop. And even now, he's still going to be under Pop. So being the head honcho is totally different. So I'm not going to jump to saying Tim Duncan be our head coach. I'm going to calm down. You see how he does assistant coach, but I expect him to do pretty well. Manu, where you at? I know, right? I know, right? I don't know if Manu, I always thought Tim Duncan would make a pretty good coach. I don't know about Manu, y'all. I don't know about Manu. Manu will have you doing some crazy stuff. Manu will say go behind the back. It's easy. All you have to do is kill the bat that flies and kill the bat, take the ball, do a Euro step, go behind the back, nutmeg the center, and then do an alley-oop dunk to yourself. It's like, Manu, you can't do that. You don't know how to do that. Just be you. It's like, that ain't me, Manu. DeMar DeRozan needs to leave town. All right, calm down. We're going to get to that. You think Duncan can be good? I'm skeptical. Well, it's fair to be skeptical, Brian, because Duncan is not he's an all-time great player, and a lot of times all-time great players don't make good coaches. I think that Tim Duncan can be pretty good because he's constantly involved in the Spurs organization. You know what I mean? It's not like one of these things where he's not involved. He's there. He's at a lot of the practices. He's at the workouts. He's talking to the players. He's helping them constantly. So he's been involved this entire time, and he's probably been basically an assistant coach behind the scenes. The only difference at this point is now he's going to be an assistant coach in the forefront. Mid-game, he'll be able to adjust, without talking to the game or what to adjust the next game. You know what I mean? Give Tony a few years to rest, then we can get him on the bench too. I don't know, y'all. I don't know about Tony. Tony, out of the big three, Tony was the selfish one. I love Tony Parker. Don't get me wrong. We all love us some Tony Parker. Greatest Spurs point guard, one of the greatest point guards of all time. That man was selfish at times. That man, I don't know if he would make a great coach. All right, Timmy is culture. Don't disrespect Timmy like that. Exactly. Like he is culture. He is culture. That's what I'm saying. It feels as if with the whole Marcus Morris thing, and I know you guys already heard the news about the Knicks. I wasn't really going to talk about it. Where the Knicks was mad at the Spurs for talking to Porzingis or something like that. I ain't worried about all that. But one thing that I do feel with this whole thing is that with Tim Duncan being the new head coach, it's not just, or not head coach, new assistant coach, it's not just about, oh, Tim Duncan's back on the bench. This is fun, nostalgia. No. This is culture. Because with the Marcus Morris thing going on, and Marcus Morris doing what he did, it really does take you back and say, damn, where's the dignity? Where's that Spurs culture? Where and not only Marcus Morris, bigger fish to fry is Kawhi. With the Kawhi Leonard thing, it's like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is going on? Because Kawhi Leonard doing what he did, that was not Spurs like. That is not what the Spurs are about. Maybe all the other teams might do stuff like that, but not with San Antonio. The way he went out of there, the way he got out of there, I can go on and on about it. You guys know how I feel about it. It was jacked up, cowardly, all of that. But at the same time, it's like that doesn't happen. So a lot of people already skeptical. You say you're skeptical of Tim Duncan. People skeptical about the Spurs culture. They think that culture is dead. A lot of people were getting on, and we're going to talk about this later about RC Buford, but a lot of people was getting on to RC Buford because they're saying, RC, go get big free agents. RC, go get big free agents. We need to just do what, the Lakers are trying to do. We need to just do what this team is trying to do. And in reality, when you're the Spurs, it doesn't operate like that when you're a small market, period. But other than that, a lot of people have been questioning a lot of the moves the San Antonio Spurs have been making. So with that being said, a lot of people think that our culture is gone. Implementing Tim Duncan into that coaching staff like that will ensure that we keep that culture. That will ensure that the culture stays alive. Tim Duncan will be able to talk to these young bucks and say, hey, at some point I took a pay cut. Hey, life is really about this. Hey, you got to think about life after basketball. Hey, DeMar DeRozan was talking about how Popovich showed them a Penguin movie just to show the whole team how life works. That's culture, you know what I mean? And it can't end with Tim Duncan coming in. We're not just relying on Patty Mills to relay that message about Spurs culture. Let me see. Yeah, Tim brings culture back. Hope Aldridge and DeMar are gone after this season. We're gonna talk about that. I'm sorry I said I want the DeMar update. Oh, I'm just messing with you. Definitely. Wait. Differently. Wait. What? I think you meant definitely. Definitely will help attack some free agents. I guess. Morris fired Rich Paul as agent. Rich Paul wanted him to sign with the Spurs. Actually, I heard today that actually Rich Paul wanted him to sign with the Clippers. That's what Marcus Morris said. Marcus Morris said Rich Paul told him to take the Clippers deal. That's what happened. Don't mention number two's name. Oh, my bad. You think when Pop retires, Becky Hammond will take over head coach and Tim Duncan will still stay? Yeah, I don't see why Tim Duncan wouldn't stay. I mean, it will be a mutual agreement, I would think. I mean, look, he's Tim Duncan. If Tim Duncan say I want to be head coach, more than likely Spurs just gonna say, okay, you can be head coach. You know what I mean? It's a lot of loyalty in that franchise. I don't think it'll be one of those things where it's an issue or they're saying we're going to choose Becky over you. I don't think it's one of those things. They'll be on the right page. The Spurs, the key thing about the Spurs is they're all about communication. They're great at communicating. So you can't worry about that. Go Spurs, go Spurs, go Spurs, go Spurs. That is not how that goes. Don't do that. I want DeMar to stay so bad. Okay, Pop will groom him for 3 years. That sound wrong, bro. That was awful. Very easily the most underrated team in the league, always disrespected. Everybody is not even talking about us like always. We have a good roster under the radar. We are going to be insane next year. The amount of potential we have is crazy. I said crazy because he put crazy in all caps. I said it like that for that. Hopefully DeMar stays. We need experienced players, not too many young guys. When it's all said and done, Pop gonna have it figured out. I trust in that man. All right. Everybody talking about LA and Pop, Sean Elliott and Tim loyal Spurs. They really are. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the DeMar stuff because people want to know DeMar updates. Here's the thing. There's been a lot of reports. I say reports because, I mean, you never know with these reports. But there's been a lot of reports from people saying that DeMar DeRozan, we're on the DeMar DeRozan subject, by the way. That's the next subject we're going to go into, DeMar updates. So a lot of people have been talking about DeMar DeRozan. And there's been a rumor circling around about DeMar DeRozan trading to the Heat. First off, I don't know if that's true at all. That's first off. I'm not trying to degrade whoever came up with that because it's going around a lot of times Heat Nation. It's not really going around Spurs Nation much. It's a lot of Heat fans that's saying it, and it's a rumor that's spreading, and other people, sometimes credible people on Twitter are talking about it and everything like that. But here's my thing. I don't think that that's going on. That they're talking to the Heat about trading DeMar DeRozan. Now the Spurs are such on the hush hush. It's really hard to know, but I did text CG about this, and I asked him about some stuff about DeMar DeRozan. Have he heard anything else? And a lot of you guys not gonna know who CG is because there's constantly new people coming in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you who CG is or who I personally know, because a lot of fan pages, a lot of bloggers, a lot of writers and stuff like that. CG goes in communication with them, and he is actually with ESPN, and he's on the come up. So he gets a lot of information from different areas, and he relays it out to us. Now, the reason I'm going to explain why he does this. The reason why CG does this because he's all about networking, and a lot of times fan pages, believe it or not, a lot of times fan pages have contact with certain players, and he might ask them, do you have this person's contact? Can you tell them to contact me? And you want to talk to him about this, and because players constantly have to talk to writers and analysts to try to change the narrative anyway. So, and I tell you that this is true because I have talked to personally, I have talked to before Danny Green. I talked to Danny Green's dad. I talked to Brandon Paul when he was on the team. Not many. I talked to Gary Neal a little bit. So I know for a fact fan pages talked to him. I knew it was even a guy, I can't remember what player it was, but a player, something came out where he said something to a fan that was really jacked up, and it started circling around and went viral, and he messaged that fan page to see if he could change that narrative because he said that's not what really happened. Brandon Paul messaged me because he said something about Zaza Pachulia online. He actually put it online, and I reposted it, and then he messaged me. He said, "Hey man, can you please take it off?" Blah blah blah, all that stuff. But let me go ahead and go into this. So CG, I just had to explain who CG was. So CG said that what he heard, and he said this is not confirmed. This isn't something that you should. He told me don't even post it because it's not confirmed. But he did say that he heard that the Spurs were talking to the Pelicans regarding Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart in a pick. I'm gonna go ahead and squash that right now and say that's not happening. He just said that it was a rumor. It circulated. Some people were talking about. Pelicans Nation was talking about it. I don't believe in none of that. I don't think that that's happening. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I don't think that's happening. Me personally, I think it's more so just rumors. He said it's not confirmed, so I want to throw that out there. He said that it's just rumors right now, and that's what's circulating. And he said the talks have even died on his end. He hasn't heard much else about the DeMar stuff. So let's just take that with a grain of salt. If it happens, you heard it here. You know, whoever it happens to, you heard it online, you heard it on YouTube, you heard it somewhere. We're prepared for it. But for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and say DeMar DeRozan is not getting traded. And the more I think about it, the more I see why he wouldn't be traded. I mean, you get Rudy Gay, you re-sign Rudy Gay just so you can trade DeMar. That just wouldn't make sense too much. And even let's go hypothetically speaking, and say the Spurs do trade DeMar DeRozan for Brandon Ingram and wait, what? What did Brandon say about? Oh, okay, my bad. I'll get into the Brandon Paul thing in a minute. My bad. I didn't know that. I just skid over that. Anyway, so yeah, I did skid it. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm just saying that, just take it with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying. Don't worry about the DeMar stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. He's not going to get traded. That on my end, that's my personal thoughts, is that DeMar DeRozan is not going anywhere. If CG tell me something different, I'll tell you what he said. But right now, I'm going to say no. Okay. All right. So let's see what you said. So Brandon Paul, what happened to Brandon Paul? Okay. So I guess it's not a big deal. It's not a crazy story. But what happened was we went against the Warriors. Was it the Warriors? I just know we went against Zaza again. I think it was the Warriors the next year. Was he still with the Warriors the next year? I'm not sure. But what happened was Zaza and you guys probably remember this, by the way. You guys probably remember this because it was kind of a viral picture that went around. But Zaza went under LaMarcus Aldridge, and this is literally the year right after Kawhi got hurt, with Zaza doing the same stuff. So he went under LA. And please tell me, was Zaza playing for? Was he still playing for the Warriors? Was he still playing for the Warriors? You remember? Okay, so some people remember. Yeah, he undercut him. He went under him and undercut him. And Brandon Paul, the first thing he did was he went to social media. He put it on his story, and he put the picture of Zaza going under LaMarcus Aldridge, and then he put the emoji. The emoji that's thinking like this. Like, he put that emoji on it, like maybe like 3 or 4 emojis of it, and basically saying, yo, did he just undercut another Spurs player? That's what he was saying. And I reposted it, because a lot of Spurs fans were already talking about it anyway. So I reposted it, and I'm like, yo, he's on our side. Brandon Paul saw it. We saw it. We all saw it. And when I posted it, people started tagging Brandon Paul and egging him on, like, yeah, Brandon Paul, that's what I'm talking about. This is messed up, ain't it? F Zaza. And then Brandon Paul immediately messaged me. And it messed up because I don't have receipts of this because he deleted the messages. Sorry, somebody's walking by. He deleted the messages, so I don't got receipts of it. But I do have the receipts with the Danny Green and talking to Danny Green's dad and Gary Neal. But, and I wouldn't put it out there. We didn't talk about nothing, but I wouldn't put it out there. But anyway, he ended up messaging me, and he said, is it okay for you to take down that post because he don't want any negative attention towards him? And I guess I understood it because, he's still trying to get minutes in the NBA, and he don't want this thing to blow up because so many people were on my page. I think I definitely had more followers than him. So it was a lot of Spurs fans on the page blowing it up, getting angry, reposting it, sending it out. And I promise y'all, it was probably within like 15, 20 minutes when he messaged me. And it was after a game. It was after that game, like right after that game. and he asked me to take it down. I said, yeah, man, yeah, what's going on? He said, yeah, I don't want negative attention. I don't want people coming to me a certain way, and I understood it. I took it down. He said, thank you. And then he deleted all the messages. I was like, you mother, I should have just screenshotted them. Be on the real. Josh Hart is a beast, and Brandon Ingram will finally win. Well, the reason why I hypothetically speaking, talking hypothetically, is where I take it probably, especially with the first round pick. But at the same time, I don't see the Spurs. The reason why I just want to say yes, squash it, because CG, he's telling me a lot of rumors, which he's telling me is not confirmed. He says rumors, stuff that he's just hearing. I don't see in any realm where the San Antonio Spurs would take Brandon Ingram. I mean, unless he was like, a total revamp and you're getting more than just Josh Hart and Brandon Ingram in the pick. I would think they would need more, because Brandon Ingram is kind of a knucklehead. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see them just going after Brandon Ingram like that. I just think that's weird. DeMar for Jimmy Butler. No, I feel like if DeMar were to go to the Heat, I don't think they would give up Jimmy Butler. I think that they would want those two together, so they would give up something else. You know what I mean? Probably Whiteside and somebody else. Whiteside's still with the Heat, right? I think he is. Let's see. Do you think DeMar DeRozan will be better for this upcoming season? I do, actually. I do. I think the San Antonio Spurs are going to be a pretty good shooting team. Pretty nice shooting team. Okay, Whiteside on Portland. Okay, he's with the Blazers. Okay, yeah, see, I don't know what they would give up then. If Whiteside's on the Blazers, yeah, I don't know what they would give up. So, if I could only keep one, I'm taking DeRozan over Aldridge any day. Well, I mean, you don't have to just pick one, though. But, I mean, if I had to choose one, I think most people would choose DeMar because he's younger, too. You know what I mean? DeMar needs to shoot more things. Yeah, it's just a matter of shooting more. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Yeah, with DeMar DeRozan, you say he needs to shoot more threes. It's just a matter of shooting more threes, man. You're right. Just shoot more threes. It's not that he's a bad three-point shooter, because a lot of people think DeMar is just a bad three-point shooter. That is not true. It's not true. He's not necessarily a bad three-point shooter. He just haven't shot threes this last season because his role on the Spurs was facilitator, and he took that literally. He's like, all right, that's what I'm going to be. I want to see when Brent Forbes is at in his development. He's going to be fire. Brent Forbes. I think Brent Forbes is. I don't think Brent Forbes get too much better than I saw him in Game 7. I mean, for a guy his size to play as good defense as he's played and shoot the way he shoot with the swagger, I don't think he necessarily gets better. I mean, he's pretty damn good. I mean, if he gets better, it's going to be about a little bit. He don't really have the physical attributes to get better. I mean, the only way he can get better is just up here with certain things. But as far as his ability and what he can do in a game, that ain't gonna change much. You ain't gonna see Brent Forbes dunking on people or crossing anybody over. I mean, Brent Forbes is who he is. He has heart though. Hell yeah, he got heart. I hate DeMar pull-up game. Just okay. We're gonna talk about some more stuff, but I need to go to the next subject because I don't want to get stuck on subject and start going off the rails with it, because too many times in these lives your boy get off track. So all right, so third order of business, new GM. Now, a lot of people were really scared about this announcement that RC Buford is becoming a new GM or whatever, or not becoming a GM. Brian Wright is going to be the new GM, and a lot of people were like, "What? So RC is stepping down?" No. From what I understand, and the news could be changed, but from what I understand is that he was just promoted. He's been given a little more power under the San Antonio Spurs, in which he deals with more operations rather than just general managing duties. And Brian Wright, and a lot of people are worried about Brian Wright and how Brian Wright's going to do. Keep in mind, Brian Wright still has to report directly to RC Buford. So this isn't one of those things where Brian Wright is all by himself. And it is also not like he wasn't taught by one of the greatest teachers ever in art. Because here's the thing, y'all. What? Jonte Murray. What are y'all talking about? Okay, y'all, hold on. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So he's gonna report straight to RC. Sorry about that. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about. Um, he's gonna report directly to RC Buford. Now the thing is, I know a lot of people want to be worried, or people are a little worried about him becoming the new GM. Here's my thing. Here's my perspective of the whole thing. This guy was responsible for overseeing the talent. From what I heard, at least the EuroLeague and European talent overseas, he was more so responsible in recruitment since 2016. Now that's what his job was going, looking at the talent, reporting back to RC in that way. Also, he's responsible for the package that we got for Kawhi and Danny, because he was the one that was searching out for packages, and he was telling the Spurs, hey, this package, this package, this, which one, they waited out. They said that's the best package we could get right there. We can get a perennial all-star. We can get an upcoming defensive center that we're going to need another big man in the future, and we can get a draft pick. And Keldon Johnson looked like he's going to be promising. So that's what he's responsible for. And he's responsible for some other stuff, but those are the main things that I know of that he's responsible for. So he's going to be a terrific GM. And don't stop here, because I think a lot of us, and that's fine, but a lot of us stop at Pop and RC. When you think Spurs hold on, let me turn this off for a minute. Let's see here. All right, yeah, I think I'm good. We always stop at Pop and RC. Now, every time we think of the Spurs front office, Spurs organization, Pop, RC, Pop, RC, Pop, RC. But the reality is, the San Antonio Spurs organization is that, an organization. It's multitude of people that's responsible for the decisions that's made in San Antonio. Yes, at the end of the day, it might be Pop's final decision, RC's final decision, but there's many people in those offices that come up with brainstorming and trying to figure out what they need to do next, what moves to make next. There's a count. Y'all, the water boy is responsible for the nutrition of the team. Like the personal trainers are responsible for talking to the coach about what's going on. The medical doctors, everyone, the organization isn't just RC and Pop. You got to realize that this is still a business, and the Spurs are great not just because of those two guys. Yes, they made the foundation. Tim Duncan made the foundation, and he's all about the culture. But as far as everything surrounding the organization, there's a multitude of people that we're not even going to know. We're not even going to know their names. It's people we're not even going to be able to find their names as a part of the Spurs. So we got to calm down with saying that it starts with them two. So when a move like this is made and RC moves up and another guy, Brian Wright, moves up, this wasn't just one person's decision. This is a multitude of decisions that made this happen. So they believe in him. The Spurs organization has proved since the beginning of time, since they became a franchise, have proven to us that they deserve our loyalty and they deserve our, what am I trying to say, belief in them. You know what I mean? They deserve the benefit of the doubt. They deserve it. When you miss the playoffs 4 times in your whole existence, 40-something years, you deserve for us to say, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's a good move. So let's calm down with it. Let them do them. I don't think much is gonna change. And it sounds as if Brian Wright had a lot to do with what's happened from 2016 and now, or he had at least a piece of the pie, had his hand in it some way. It's not, the decision's been great. It seemed like same old Spurs. It seemed fine to me. And they're great. Like I said, they're a great franchise. You can't really worry about it. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Chip is a shooting. Yeah, Chip. Thank you, Chip. Chip England. There you go. I think I always say his name wrong, but Chip England. Another part of the Spurs organization that we don't even think about it. It's a multitude of people. It's a multitude of people, and they're gonna do just fine. Let's see. Lest I like to move, bring Tim Duncan as assistant. You sissies would rather have Hammond as head coach over Duncan. Scooby, shut up. Becky's a good coach. Becky Hammon's like a really good coach. I mean, and I don't think anybody was choosing Becky over Tim Duncan. I think we just want a great head coach. Becky Hammon is a damn good coach. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't call people sissies for wanting Becky. Becky is a good coach, dude. It just is what it is. If she was a bad coach, you say we don't want her. But she's a great coach. What the hell? Yeah. Shut up, Scooby. I mean, damn. She's a great coach. Let's see here. Why didn't Trey Lyles pan out on other teams, and could we see him grow in the new system? Well, all right. So I'll talk about that for a minute. I got in contact with because it was just like a comment, and I started talking to her for a minute. It might have been on YouTube, and he might be in here. I don't know. She belongs in WNBA. All right, I'm ignoring you. Hold on. Can I block you on here? I don't know if I can block you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on timeout. You on timeout, bro. You just got put in timeout. Anyway, what was I about to say? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Y'all, what was I saying? See, Scooby done messed it all up, y'all. Scooby done messed it all up. It's storming here. It's storming here. Well, it kind of stopped. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Thanks, Scooby. Thanks, dude. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Bro, what was I saying? Becky is hot. I'm gonna give you that, Gene. Becky is hot. But I can't remember what I was saying. Trey. Thank you, Trey Lyles. I remember now. You said, why didn't Trey Lyles pan out? Thanks, y'all. Trey Lyles. Yeah. I think Trey Lyles didn't pan out on other teams because I was talking to a Nuggets fan, and I think it was on this channel when we were talking. And he said that because he tried to explain how Trey Lyles, he says Trey Lyles is trash. Trey Lyles doesn't shoot well. He's soft. What else did he say? He said that, and then he said that Mike Malone, he said, I know he's not going to do better on the Spurs because Mike Malone and Popovich have the same coaching style. And I had to stop him right there. I said, bro, you ain't comparing no Mike Malone to Popovich. Trust me. They do not have the same coaching style at all. Even the way we run offense was totally different than the Nuggets. I said this when we were going against the Nuggets in the playoffs. I said the Nuggets play a fast pace, and we got to make sure we don't turn the ball over because they play a fast pace. When they go into half court, they don't look the best. Nuggets don't look the best at half court. They look the best when they're coming down there and hitting you fast. They're good with those pick and rolls. Don't get me wrong with Jokic. But for him, because he said that, he might be in here right now. I'm not trying to call you out. Like, I don't even know your name, so I couldn't call you out. But, like, Mike Malone and Popovich are two totally different styles of coaching. For real. I mean, totally different. Trey Lyles, he's slower. He plays at a slower pace. He's a good passer. He's a good shooter. He didn't shoot well with y'all, but maybe that's just y'all. I don't know. But as far as he didn't pan out with other teams, can he pan out with us? I would disagree saying he didn't pan out with Utah, because when I watched him play with Utah, I used to watch them in the playoffs, and I said, this collective group is really good. And I put Trey Lyles in there back when I actually really like you. I still like Utah. They played the right way. And he looked like he flourished, I think that's the word, well or better with them than he did with the Nuggets. When he went to the Nuggets, he didn't look that good. But when he was with the Jazz, he looked like he had some things going. You know what I mean? So to me, I think that the Jazz are closer to a playing style like the Spurs than the Nuggets are. And when he was with the Jazz, he played pretty good. And when he was with the Jazz, he was way, well, not way younger, but he was like first years in NBA young. You know what I mean? So he was rookie, first years in the NBA. And he went to the Nuggets, struggled. I'm gonna put it on the Nuggets because I could put it on him too. He's still the player, but he didn't fit with that system at all. He's not a fast-paced player. He's not that type of player. But with the Spurs, I think he could be implemented into a good role, a really nice role. Right now, it looks like he's working hard. He has something to prove, because I think he even posted, and I posted it too, and he posted him shooting threes. He just kept knocking them down. He was just shooting threes. And I think the caption that he put on it was, y'all must have forgot, or don't you forget or something like that. And I was like, ah, damn, he got a chip on his shoulder. He want to show people that he can still shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's saying, man, you shooting 25%. You ain't gonna do no with my team. And he's like, I'm gonna show you out. Cause y'all done, you forgot who I am. You know, so can he pan out with the Spurs? I have total faith in him. And if he don't pan out, I'll be the first to come on here and say I was wrong. But I have faith in the guy. I liked him with Jazz. I did like him with Utah. And now when he was with Utah, I never once said, oh my God, he's just the greatest player ever. Ooh, I want him. I never said that. So don't get me wrong. I wasn't praising him when he was on Utah, but I did like him. I liked him. I liked the mixture of him. I think Boris Diaw was there with him. Gordon Hayward. I just love the way they passed the ball around and just played the right way. Ricky Rubio. It was beautiful basketball, and I really liked the way that they played. So and I still like the way they play basketball. It's very similar to the Spurs. So let me see here. So yeah, I think he could pan out. I could see him panning out with the Spurs quicker than I could see him panning out with somebody else. Clan, what's your projected or preferred? I guess we're out of all the subjects, right? Scooby Doo, you back? I put you on timeout. I don't know how long timeout is, brother. So, hey, when you come back, come correct. Don't start saying some. We're gonna try to keep this channel a happy place. You don't want because there's plenty of female Spurs fans. I don't want female Spurs fans coming in here and people like Scooby getting sexist. That ain't cool, man. Becky's an amazing coach. I wouldn't say if she was a bad coach, I would just say she's a bad coach. Anyway, what's your projected or preferred depth chart? I really don't even know. Well, I actually said it. I got a video. I got a video. If you go to my video a few videos back, I gave my starting five lineup, and I had at point guard. And I can explain this right now if y'all want me to. I don't know if you want me to go into it because you can easily go to the video and see it, but. I did have Derek White at 1. I had DeJounte Murray at 2. I had DeMar DeRozan at 3. I had DeMar Carroll at 4, and then I had LA at 5. So that's deeper than the first 5. Wait, I'm confused now. Oh, what are you? Because I said coming off the bench, I would want Lonnie Walker to run the offense, and then I said I wanted Bryn Forbes and Patty Mills to split the shooting guard ratio. And I said, then you can have Rudy Gay coming in behind DeMar, and you can have Trey Lyles coming in behind Carroll, and then you can have Jakob coming in behind LA. That's my thought on it. That's my thought process on it. I think that would be pretty nice. Bench. Yeah, that's what I want. Bro, that's not a winning lineup. They be small. Man, this is the thing, bro. I know what you're saying. Like, it don't seem like a winning lineup doing it that way. But my thing is, the NBA is so small right now. There's rarely when you have a team with a true power forward and true center. You know what I mean? I mean, most centers are the size of LA at this point. And most power forwards are split, could be a small forward or a power forward. You know what I mean? Marcus Morris plays power forward and Duke can play small forward. So I don't know. Off bench, Patty, Lonnie. Well, yeah, Lonnie, Keldon. I don't see Keldon getting minutes, y'all. I'm sorry. I love Keldon Johnson. I don't see him getting minutes. I mean, he'll have to really show out. I mean, maybe Tim Duncan. Here's the thing, too, y'all. Tim Duncan being assistant head coach, he's going to be the one person on that bench, main person on that bench, that could get through to Pop. So Tim Duncan sees something, and he sees that Keldon Johnson, he feel like Keldon Johnson's ready. Pop, we need to play him a little more. He'll tell Pop, and Pop will do it. He's going to listen. He's going to listen to Tim Duncan. Real talk. That's probably one of the only people Pop will listen to is Tim Duncan. I think Pop going to use him in the elbow a lot because I see Trey as a pretty good passer. Oh yeah, I can see that too. Lineups are all about matchups. They may not work with every team, but in today's NBA, it works against most. That's what I'm saying. Because last year, I know it sounds like I might be contradicting myself, because I think last year what I said was I would start Jakob. Because no, I made a video, a top 5 reasons I would start Jakob. And I had 5 reasons why I started Jakob. And I, I really wanted him to start because when I looked at the San Antonio Spurs and how we were playing, we weren't getting enough offense, and our defense wasn't that good in the paint. So I was thinking that, well, you play a true power forward and true center and try to play bully ball, because at this point we're not going to beat teams the way that we play. Now that we get DeMar DeRozan, now that we're getting DeJounte Murray back, and we're adding in Carroll, who's a really good player, good 3-and-D guy, and you add in Trey Lyles, who's a very good, capable 3-point shooter and a good passer, and he can play 3 through 5, a good player. Now that we're adding that, that gives us more depth. And even you guys mentioning Keldon, he could play. Lonnie Walker barely played last season, and now Lonnie Walker could play. So now I see it in a different realm. Now I'm looking at it like, yo, yes, go small ball. It ain't even really that small ball. It's still a decent size. But yes, go small ball. And yes, win that way. Because now we have the luxury of doing it. And we got more defenders in the starting lineup. My starting lineup anyway. And let me explain why I would start Lonnie as well. Not start Lonnie. Why I would play Lonnie as a point guard or let him run the offense off the bench. Because at the end of the season, typically when we're near the end of the season, we're being Spurs fans here. We all know this. Near the end of the season, usually it's garbage teams and people get garbage minutes because we've already solidified the playoffs. At the end of this season, we didn't solidify a playoff spot. And then we started fighting to even get in. Like, not fighting to get in. We were fighting to get away from the Warriors. Like, we were trying to get 7th seed just so we wouldn't be 8th seed. Like, we were fighting hard. You know what I mean? So, the thing is, we were fighting hard and we're still trying to get a spot. So this is our season's on the line. And Pop had enough faith in Lonnie to let him come off the bench and run the offense for at least a couple quarters. I think he did it like the mid-second quarter maybe. Maybe he did it first time at the end of the first quarter. He did it, and he was letting Lonnie Walker run the offense in pretty decent moments. And Lonnie did his thing. He did his thing. He played great. He was facilitating. He was finding the right guys. So I could see him coming off the bench, y'all, and running the offense. Lonnie's 6'5", isn't he? Is he? I know DeJounte's 6'5". I would guess that Lonnie's 6'6", but I don't know. Somebody fact check us real quick. How tall is Lonnie? How tall is Lonnie Walker? Somebody, can you jump out real quick and check? Lonnie Skywalker. I call him River Walker. Yeah, rodeo road trip was bad. If we had a decent road record last year, man, we had a decent road record last year, we would have been 1st seed or 2nd seed. 6'9" with the hair. That's so funny. He's 6'3". He ain't no 6'3". Shut up. That boy, he taller than 6'5". Okay, 6'5". Okay. Everybody saying he's 6'5". Yeah, he's some people went off on me about saying put Murray at the 2, and they said Murray should run the 1. Yeah, let me explain my starting lineup for a minute. The reason why I said I would put DeJounte Murray at the 2 and not the 1 is because DeJounte Murray is a shooting first point guard. That's what he is. He shoot first. Now that he's developed, or we see from him practicing, he developed a 3-point shot. He developed a mid-range shot. So it looked like he can shoot much better. His form looks much better, much more comfortable. I can see him being shooting guard because he shoot first. He has the same frame as Jamal Crawford. He has the same wingspan and same height as Jamal Crawford, and that's his idol. So, or his mentor. I won't say idol, it's his mentor. And I can see that, you know what I mean? Jamal Crawford done a lot for DeJounte Murray, so I can see that. Derek White has proven all season long that he is a pass first point guard. He's so sacrificial that he doesn't get the credit for how great he's played this season. He is a sacrificial point guard. People think about the 30-plus points he had in the playoffs in game 3. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 3 that he had, and we instantly think, oh, he just tries to shoot a lot. Because a lot of Spurs, I'll be honest with some of y'all Some of y'all didn't watch any Spurs games last year. Some of y'all only watched the Spurs in the playoffs. Some of y'all looked straight at our record and said we were trash. Some of y'all did not watch Derek White play all season. Because if you watched Derek White play all season, you could have made an argument for him first-time defense, or first all-time defense, all-team defense, sorry. First-team defense. And he didn't get it. He didn't get on the team at all. But he deserved it. Dude played amazing. So, but he is a pass-first point guard, and he puts people in great positions to score every single time. It seems like every single time Derek White got the ball in his hands, something good happens. So for me, I think that it would be more beneficial for the team if you started those two guys, Derek White and Lonnie, so you can have a little duo going. Both of them high-end defenders, great defenders. Both of them are tall for their positions, by the way. I mean, people don't complain about C.J. McCollum and Lillard starting, and both of them 6'3". I mean, now we got a guy that's 6'4" and 6'5", that's extremely athletic, plays great defense, both of them. I mean, they'll lock teams down. And then on top of it, Derek White is such a great point guard. He will put DeJounte Murray in great positions to score. DeJounte Murray, while he's trying to get used to scoring more or shooting threes more, I guarantee you he's going to have a pinpoint pass right there, just like in practice, and he's going to be able to knock it down. Going to be a little more, he's going to be a little more comfortable. You know what I mean? Kenneth doesn't know who Whiteout is. Oh. You don't know Whiteout? Whiteout is Derek White, man. That's my nickname. Well, I didn't give him that. I actually asked people what should Derek White's nickname be, and there was a whole list. And then Whiteout just stuck out to me. I said, yo, Whiteout's dope. Because when I think of Whiteout, I think of cleaning up mistakes. I think of erasing the competition. So I just started calling Derek Whiteout. I know it's corny, I don't care, but that's what he is to me. He'll always be Whiteout to me. I know other people said other stuff. Somebody said Dyna White. I don't like Dyna White. It doesn't have purpose, man. It has to have purpose. You don't call Tim Duncan just, I don't know, friendly giant. Like, you don't just call him that. I mean, he's fundamental. He's Mr. Fundamental. Why? Because he's fundamentally sound. That's what you call him. You don't just give people nicknames, just give it to them. Somebody said he should be Lil Fundamental. They said Derek White should be Lil Fundamental. I actually like Lil Fundamental. I like Lil Fundamental a lot. I guess Scooby ain't back. I'm glad Scooby gone. I'm gonna start looking through these comments, because I'm gonna be looking at these comments, y'all. Let me see anybody coming in here being a troll. Because more than likely, people that troll aren't people that's even subscribed anyway. Like, most of them aren't even subscribed anyway. So it's like, why I got you in here anyway, dog? Let me see. Any other trolls? I just got a message. I don't know who messaged me though. Don't sleep on Witherspoon. I just saw that. We ain't sleeping on. Dude can ball. But the thing is with Witherspoon, the thing about Witherspoon is he's more polished than the other rookies. So he's closer to his NBA debut than they would be, just watching him play. He's just solid. That's the thing. I didn't see anything from Witherspoon where it merited me getting on here and jumping on here and making a video. Like with Derek White, when I saw him play in the summer league, it was like, damn, I see something. Or when I saw him play last season in the on our team, I was like, damn, I see something. Witherspoon is a really good player and really fundamentally sound. And he can, but I think that his ceiling is just a really good player, a really good role player on a team. That's just me. I could be completely wrong, and I'm not trying to dog the guy because he can ball, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's a compliment. But yeah, I when I see his ceiling, I don't see his ceiling like I do with Derek White and DeJounte and Lonnie. You know, I don't see that ceiling, that super high ceiling with him. You know what I mean? Quindary's a good role player, nothing more. Yeah. Let's see. Drew Banks deserves the spot. Oh, you talking about his backup center? Most definitely. He could take that spot. He deserves a spot on the team. His hook shot is phenomenal. He's not. He never goes out of himself. That's one thing about Drew Eubanks. He never goes out of himself. He does what Pop needs. I think Pop told him straight up last season, like, defend, get rebounds. That's all I need from you. So he does a great job with that. And yeah, the sky hook is unstoppable. Like, if you master the sky hook, no one can stop that. You can't block it, man. Let's see, Jeff Ledbetter. At this point with Jeff Ledbetter, or is it Jet Ledbetter? Yeah, it's Jeff Ledbetter. The thing with Jeff Ledbetter at this point, y'all, I wanted him on the team, but he ain't gonna go on the team. I think his role is very defined at this point. Like, we know his role. His role is to help the young guys that come in, and because when he's on the court, he doesn't play with like a whole bunch of explosiveness or like, oh my God, that's some straight NBA talent. He plays like one of those guys that's a trainer. And I don't know what he does behind closed doors, but I feel, I mean, not behind closed doors, but behind, this, when we see him in the summer league. But he seems like that's what he is. I feel like in the background, like, one of his side jobs or his side hustles is training people, because the way he plays, it's like, man, that's just fundamentally sound. It's nothing that's like crazy, He don't do something that was like, oh damn, that was crazy. It's just like, that's really good fundamentals. You can really teach me something. I really wouldn't be surprised if he went Euro or China League. Hey, by the way, I want to address something. Somebody said that I didn't watch the video. I should have went back and watched the video. It was a comment that I saw, and I'll be honest with you guys. A lot of times I don't check the comments, because I know eventually the more people, the more traffic that this channel brings, the crazier the comments gonna get. So I would much rather read what you guys say on here. I want people to leave comments to talk to each other or whatever, but I'm gonna try to stay away from the comments. But this comment I did see. I was scrolling on my what's that thing called, YouTube Studio. I was scrolling on it, I saw it. Let me address it, because somebody said that I contradicted myself. I'm not quite sure what he was talking about, but I'm sure he was talking about when I gave the Spurs a prediction. And like, somebody said, where do I think the Spurs will land? Because he said last year I said that they will be second. Now this year I'm saying they might be third, or I don't know. But the thing is, last year and this year are totally different. And not only that, last year I did believe they could be second. But not only did I believe they could be second, if you look at the records, they weren't that far away from second. They could have been second. I mean, they literally lost games that they should have won. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't just totally fall off. You know what I'm saying? Clan, I saw your post. What post? But yeah. Yeah, so I mean, saying I contradicted myself, whatever. I don't think I really contradicted myself. But with this year, yeah, I have high hopes for them, because we got even deeper. If I knew that the San Antonio Spurs, because they're the San Antonio Spurs, this is Popovich team, right? I'm used to discipline. I'm used to winning the games you're supposed to win. If I knew that this type of team last season was going to be the type of team that didn't have the 100% mental toughness to win every single game they should win, or the mental ability to hold on to a 20-point lead in the playoffs, then I wouldn't have had them that high anyway. I would have had them around 6th or 7th. But I was expecting a Popovich coach team to be a Popovich coach team, and a lot of times last year, they were inconsistent. You know what I mean? These are a diva team for years to come. I don't know, youth movement, I guess. What you talking about? You talking to Bryn? I'm trying to see what you're talking about, because I want to get in on that. That sounds interesting. Hold on. Let's see. Anyone read the article on LA DeRozan trade to Portland? Made sense. Yeah, I think that's just a rumor, man. And another thing too with the Spurs, I want to say this because it's amazing me, and Spurs amaze me. This is why I'm a fan of theirs, a big fan of theirs, and I'm not even from San Antonio, because a lot of people think I'm from San Antonio. I became a fan authentically. Yeah, I'm not just straight up from San Antonio. One thing I want to say is that one thing I love about this organization, and I love about the San Antonio Spurs, I've never seen this happen before. I've been alive for 24 years. I ain't been a basketball fan since I was little. I mean, I became a basketball fan. Well, I was little, but I became a basketball fan maybe early 2000s. The thing is with the Spurs is I've never seen a team take youth players like they did. I never seen a team revamp, reload, and in a way rebuild and still win. And it's like never jeopardize winning. They say yes, we're gonna get ready for a new movement, but it was the smoothest transition I've ever seen. Because we could right now be talking about how the Spurs didn't even make the playoffs last year. How do we expect them to make it now? You know, the Popovich era is over. We can be talking about all that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Spurs championship every single year. And this last year, any other team would have just fell off. But the Spurs still managed to have these injuries, to have this player dog them out, to have all this stuff happen in the last couple years, and still reload, rebuild in a certain way and transition into this. Most teams would have went full out with Lonnie. Most teams would have played Lonnie 20 to 30 minutes a game, but they allowed him to develop. They were patient. While the fans, all of us got so upset about wanting Lonnie to play, they were still developing the guy. They were still being patient and building this up. They did it with Bryn Forbes. They did it with they do it with everybody. I'm saying who they did it with. They do it with everybody. And it's amazing to me that you can revamp your franchise and continuously win. And it's like one little transition after the next, and they're just quiet as a mouse, and these big announcements are made. RC Buford being moved up. It's like a transition. It's a new era. Well, Udoka left and Messina left, but we're gonna bring in Tim Duncan. You know, it's a beautiful process. It's a beautiful process. They got Becky Hammond coaching the summer league. You know, she did a great job. They got Derek White developing. They have DeJounte Murray. Yeah, everything happens for a reason, but yeah, he got hurt. He got injured. That's not gonna stop us from winning. Yeah, he got hurt. He got injured. But he's working on it. He's working on his three-point shot. Boy in crutches shooting shots. All right, let me see what y'all talking about. Spurs need to trade DeMar. I don't think it would be a good move, Mr. Wonderful, to trade DeMar. And DeMar has only been in first year with the Spurs. I don't want them to trade DeMar. I said this the other day when I heard some stuff from CG about that. I didn't want them to trade DeMar, and I still don't. I don't think it's really a good. I don't think it's really a good. What am I trying to say? A good move. It's just not a good move. I've been a Spurs fan way before you were born. Oh, you talking to me? I guess that was for me. I guess that's when I mentioned I was 24. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I actually talked to quite a few people that tell me how long they've been Spurs fans. They're like, damn. I mean, they tell me lessons about stuff, because there's a lot of stuff I don't know about. I mean, somebody went into detail about Popovich when Popovich hired himself and as head coach. I didn't really know about that until somebody told me that. They told me that maybe, when they told me that? They told me maybe a couple years ago. And I just learned a couple years ago. I was like, I didn't even know Popovich did that. I became a Spurs fan based on Ginobili, and then I gradually became a Spurs fan. You know what I mean? Y'all, I can see why y'all think that I'm short, because I'm sitting in this chair. A lot of people say that I'm short. They think I'm short. Believe it or not, I'm 6'3". So me sitting here, I know it looks like I'm short. I'm really not short. I'm just kind of leaned back. Since 1995. Whoa, that's what's up. So you were a Spurs fan when I was one. I might not even been one yet when you became a Spurs fan. David Robinson, 88. The culture they stayed with 97. Tim Duncan and Pop. It's interesting because the only resulted in one playoff miss, while this missed in the rebuild playoff runs today got him 8th. Huh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and while they're rebuilding and getting younger guys and doing their thing, they still winning. I've been a fan since 1908. No, wait, 1908. Damn, damn. I don't even think basketball existed when you were a Spurs fan. Okay, since '98. That's what's up. 1989. Admiral Sean Elliott, Willie Anderson. Dang, I got some older people in here, don't it? That's what's up. 1995, my first Spurs game. They played Larry Johnson. Why y'all listen to me? Y'all should make a Spurs account. Why are you on here listening to me? Y'all probably watch these videos like, this kid don't know what he's talking about. Cause I'm just a Spurs fan, but y'all the OGs. Y'all witnessed all this. You can give me more examples. I've been a fan since '91. That's since I was a baby. Oh wait, are some of y'all saying this when y'all were babies? At 97, 98, y'all were babies, and then that's different. John Sanchez, he was 97 or fan since '97. Okay, 1995, my first Spurs game. They played. Oh, I saw that already, didn't I? Sorry. Damn you! Oh, damn it! Damn you! 6'3". You better be trial for the league, clan. Yeah, I'm 6'3". Everybody think that I'm short, dog. I don't know how I could. Well, I guess you can't really show it on camera. But yeah, I'm 6'3". Yeah, I'm 6'3". Been a fan since '08. Wow. Been a fan since I was 4 years old in 2011. Okay. I felt young, now I feel old again. Zach Marino, Clan, you know what's up. Yeah, man. Dustin, you kill it, bruh. I think you're talking about me. Thank you. Jonathan, since 95 as well. Good Lord. Okay. I'll impress you, don't worry. That's funny. DeMar needs to hit the 3. Yeah, there. Okay, yeah. So you look 44. I look 44. I think it's how I exude myself. Yeah, I'm not 44. See, I even got the little part to show I'm a youngin. I'm a good looking 44, dog. Real talk. Hey, we not old, and old people and technology don't mix well. I guess that's true. You guys need to, like, I want OGs, like people that were fans in the, like, well, I don't think anybody said 80s. No, somebody said 89. Like, I want the fans that were fans in 89 and 90s. If y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because we need people that knew the Spurs way before we were born. Because there's so many youngins that come in here and say, why don't we do what the Lakers? And maybe y'all can teach them a little something. Teach them a little something. I was a fan in the 90s. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all need to come in here and teach them a little something. I didn't become a fan until like 04, y'all. Let's see. Okay, whoa. First Spurs game was in Hemisphere Arena in the 80s. I don't know nothing about that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. You know you tall, clan. No need to brag about it. Hey, I'm gonna brag a little bit. 6'3" is a good size for a point guard, bro. Get your sneakers. Get your sneakers on. Try out Young Blood. That's funny. I'm gonna cross over everybody. Clan, I worked for the Spurs in 2005 for my college internship. First game was Hemisphere Arena in the 80s. That is so damn cool. Oh my God. I swear you guys need to, like, you need to be as active on this channel as you can, because that's amazing. I was a Spurs fan for 1 year before I watched my first NBA game. King Kenneth, I love you. You're one of the OGs of this channel. You're one of the first people of this channel. Don't brag about when you became a Spurs fan, because you're so young. Because you said you were 4 then. So what are you're because you told me how old you were. Aren't you like 12 or like you're a young kid? But when I was seeing you, it threw me off. Yeah, it threw me off King Kenneth, when you first came in here, because I was looking at your comments. I would have never guessed you were young, that young. You have mature comments. You ain't crossed me up clean. Bro, I'll rock you, dog. I will rock you. I'm just talking stuff. I was 5 when went to Robinson's first game. Oh, what was that? I got to have a shoot around at AT&T Center my junior year of high school. One of the best days of my life. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. That walking. Let's see here. Trace McGrady. Not Trace McGrady. Same I didn't even to see Robinson. I didn't get to see Robinson at all. I mean, by the time I became a Spurs fan, I mean, I was a Manu fan. Y'all gotta keep in mind, I was a Manu Ginobili fan. Even with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili introduced me to basketball. Like, that's the reason I started watching the NBA, was Manu. And then I started becoming a Spurs fan. And I would look at Tim Duncan, and I swear, keep in mind, I'm still a kid. Like, I'm like, at this point, I'm like 10 years old. And I'm watching, and I'm like, damn, does this dude even care? I watched Tim Duncan walking around the court. I'm like, he don't even care. I was like, he don't even want to win. Like, I would just look at him like, he don't even want to win. And then the more I watch Spurs games, the more I'm like, damn, man, what the hell was I thinking? This dude's the GOAT. This dude's, like, amazing. But I genuinely used to look at Tim Duncan and be irritated. Like, he doesn't even want to win. You see, I've been a Spurs fan before the ABA and NBA came together. Yo, I got some older fans in here. I had no idea. Clan looking dusty out here, I guess. Skip Bayless and CG the GOAT. I love Skip Bayless. Speaking of Timmy, he's about to help these rookies develop so nicely. So nicely. Robinson, Terry Cummings, Sean Elliott, Willie Anderson, Rod Strickland. Wow. My family have been season ticket holders over 25 years. Yo, y'all making me like, how do I feel right now? I feel kind of, I don't know, man. I'm nervous now. This whole time I was thinking most people on this channel are like, you know, near my age, 20s, or, you know, teenagers and stuff like that, or maybe 30s. I didn't know there was people in here that was like, that's older, that's like experienced some of the greatest Spurs moments ever. I mean, my greatest Spurs moment is 2014, just because I appreciated it, because it'd been 7 long years, and I was definitely older, you know, how was it, 18, 19, 2014? So, 1978. That's when you became a Spurs fan? Is that what you're saying? That's crazy. Love our Spurs, bro. You know, the thing about it is, I'm 30. Zach Marino. Oh, yeah. That's what I was saying. I thought most people were around 30 or, 20. I'm 26, young Drew. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking that. You know, the thing about Spurs fans that, like, Chulo, I'm 41. Oh, okay. The thing about older Spurs fans is that I think they have better perspective and more appreciation for the San Antonio Spurs, because they witnessed, well, when you're a Spurs fan, you never really witness bad times, like bad times, because we always make the playoffs. But they witnessed pre-championships. Like, they witnessed the Spurs when they weren't winning championships. Those are true fans, because y'all stuck in there, and I bet you it was, like, amazing in 99, and they went on that run, 03, 05, 07. I bet you that was just amazing to see, because I know how it felt from 2007 to 2014. I knew how that felt. It felt so special. So I know that somebody who's older who became Spurs fan, when they weren't winning championships, how that first, second, third championship probably felt. Like, that's what's up. I'm 41, Tiago, I'm 41. 41 here. Hernandez. Man, that's crazy. Okay, so I guess the age group's just everywhere. The age groups are everywhere. Twin Towers. Yup. Let's see. I met Larry Brown and used to go to their basketball camp. That's pretty cool. Incarnate Ward. I never heard of that. You're 35. Alfredo's 35. Yeah, so the age group is all over the place. That's what's up, man. I really want this. I'm 47. Dang. Okay. So yeah, the age group everywhere. I think it's pretty cool that I want most Spurs fans to come to this channel. You know, I was looking at YouTube, and I actually got somebody to look it up for me. I said, can you type in San Antonio Spurs? I actually had my girl type that, San Antonio Spurs. And she typed in San Antonio Spurs on YouTube. And then I was like the 4th video down. And I was like, yo, that's what's up. That algorithm's something serious. As soon as these videos got monetized, now the videos are everywhere. You type in San Antonio Spurs and this pops up. So I think that's pretty cool. So we're gonna get all those. Every Spurs fan that's been on Spurs forums, y'all go over there. If any of y'all on Spurs forums, go over there and tell them to come to this channel. So we're gonna rally up all the Spurs people over here, so we can talk Spurs basketball, especially once the playoffs hit. Especially, I'm 43. Dang. By the way, I'm not saying dang as in like, oh my God, y'all are old. You're not old. You're young. You 40s, you're young. You know, 50s is young. I mean, you're young. You're not old. I'm just saying, like, I'm saying dang because the age group is like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. I just think it's cool. Got to run. Thanks again, Clan. Bless up. All right, Paul. You have a good one, man. You have a good one. Damn, I never really thought about it, but I've been a Spurs fan for 23 years. Time flies. 23 years? Dang. So you've been a Spurs fan since like 97? Is that right? 96? You've been a Spurs fan since 96? Love your insights since the first watch. You're a realist and the realist. Well, I can be biased as hell. I'll be honest with you. I can be biased. I mean, I don't say, you're gonna notice that I don't say certain negative things about certain players that I like and appreciate. Derek White's my guy. I'm sorry, I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. I love Derek White, and if y'all come in here and talk trash about Derek White, I might say what he can improve on, but I'm gonna be biased. I ain't gonna be a realist with that. I just love him too much. And I do the same thing with Patty. I ain't one of those people that say trade Patty. I love him too much. He means too much to this team to me. This is a great forum for Spurs chat. Oh, Spurs chat. So thanks, young one, for this. Dang, see, I think I'm young. I should have said I was 50. Yo, Rifleman Chuck wait, what? Huh? Yo, Rifleman Chuck Person. LOL, taking it back. Yeah, I don't know what you just said. Yeah, I don't know what you just said, Alfredo. Yeah, I don't comprehend. I know you meant something. Hey, maybe that's a nickname to a player. I don't know what's going on. I'm glad there's some old heads in here. I'm 25, but I'm glad it's not full of little kids saying something stupid like it is on Instagram. Well, I guess that's true. I don't care who subscribes, honestly. I want all age groups. I want the young ones, the older ones. I wonder who's the oldest person in here right now. The oldest I've seen, I think, is 47. So I want to see the oldest person in here. Let's get somebody that's like, I want somebody 80. I want an 80-year-old Spurs fan up in here. I think this helps in recruiting players as well. What were y'all talking about? When Zaza Pachulia undercutted Kawhi Leonard, it took me back to when Karl Malone straight up elbowed Robinson and knocked him out. Okay, I didn't see that. I had to go back and look at that. Karl Malone elbowing Robinson. I would assume that an elbow is not as bad as what Zaza did. Only because when you undercut somebody like Zaza did, knowing that that's his injury, you could have potentially like ended his career. Getting hit by an elbow, a mean elbow, I mean, I don't know. I guess you can get a concussion. I don't know. David 54. Okay. David might be the winner. I don't think anybody's older than the 50s or in their 50s that's on here. I don't think, because most people will become Spurs, because Spurs only been around for like 43 years. I mean, they only been around for like 43 years. So, I mean, if you became a Spurs fan, you probably a kid. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna become a fan of a team once you get in your 20s. You like become a new fan or something. Like me, I've been a Cowboys fan since I was little because my dad watched the Cowboys all the time. I'm 95. Well, there you go. There you go. Brian is 95, y'all. He won. I don't know what you were doing. I don't know how you became a Spurs fan. Let me do my bad math. At 50, when you became 50, I don't know what made you become a Spurs fan in your 50s, but hey, if that's what happened, that's what happened. One thing that I've noticed that Spurs fans are usually pretty mature and respectful. Oh man, I used to think that my perspective has changed regarding Spurs fans. I used to think we're the best fans, which I still think we're the best fans. We are. We definitely have the most loyal fans. That's what I'll say. We have the most loyal fans in the NBA, or one of the most loyal fans. But man, respectful. I don't know. Especially newer Spurs fans. I don't know, man. They didn't witness anything, and I didn't. Me personally, I didn't witness anything. I became a Spurs fan late because I wasn't born in San Antonio, so I became a fan late and started watching NBA late. But yeah, I don't know. Worst Spurs ever was Richard Jefferson. Y'all, when Richard Jefferson played for us, I knew that because the Spurs were looking for that small forward who could play defense, who could dunk, who can shoot and all that. I was actually one of the people who was like, yeah, Richard Jefferson. Yeah, like I was hyped for him. I used to hype him up all the time. And I remember my dad would just watch him. He's like, son, he's trash. I'm like, no, Richard Jefferson can play. He been to the finals. He can play. My dad's just like, no, Richard Jefferson's kind of trash. And I just came to the realization one day, I don't know what it took, but I just came to a realization to say Richard Jefferson is not that good. Especially on our team. It's like he is not that good on our team. Jefferson was good. Not for us. I mean, he was with the Nets, but not with the, because he and then I remember the first time, because I never heard him talk until he was with the Spurs. And he was talking post-game, and that little, like, wimpy voice he had, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I was like, dude, my dad already talking bad about you, and now I hear you talking. It's like, oh my God. Because the way he played at times, and sometimes he played pretty tough. He had alley-oops and all that. I thought he was going to have, like, a manly voice. No, he came out, and I was like, oh my God. Said he was trash with us. Yeah, I wasn't hyped about Richard. Let me see. I don't mean to be a dick, but I wasn't high on Richard. That was awful. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. If you want to unsubscribe, I understand. I'm sorry. If you want to unsubscribe and just turn your phone off, I get it. Just do it. He couldn't pick up rotations on defensive end. Yeah, I guess y'all still talking about him. Damn, the LA hater is back. Man, you calling him out like worst Spurs player is Aldridge. Oh, you calling him out like he's the only LA hater. Y'all know I'm not high on LA. I'm not gonna make this a LA talk, but I'm not high on LA, and I haven't been. I haven't been since this last season was the last straw for me. I don't have much faith in him, to be honest with you. But hey, he's all we got. Brand, you must not. Ooh, hold on. Brand, you must not like change on the Spurs. What Brent say? What Brent say? Brent didn't even say nothing. Are we winning the ship? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to go. Look, Brent got a question mark. Like, what'd I do? Brent Forbes is just enjoying the stream. Brent Forbes sitting there with his kids and just enjoying the stream. You over here calling. He's like, what did I do? Richard Jefferson was supposed to replace Bruce Bowen. Perimeter defender, note Spurs 2011 pick of Kawhi in retirement of 2009. He was never going to handle that load. Yeah, that's true. They did put a lot on Richard Jefferson. They really did. But I mean, if you look, I don't mean to be a jerk about this, but I love Bruce Bowen. But if you actually look at Bruce Bowen's stats, like what Bruce Bowen did as a defender like perfect, and corner 3-point shooter, perfect. He was a great defender. He was kind of dirty too, but he was a great defender. But I will say that if you look at his stats, and I'm not just a stat person because we know what Bruce Bowen meant to the Spurs, but as far as his stats, statistically he wouldn't have been that hard to replace. Richard Jefferson, I didn't think he supplied great statistics behind the Bruce Bowen. You know what I mean? Like, he could have at least made up for that lack of defense that Bruce Bowen had. Bruce Bowen had the defense. He could have made up for it in scoring. And oftentimes he played pretty soft with us. You know what I'm saying? 1999 Memorial Day Miracle. I was there. Damn, man. It's like I just want to sit here and just not even say nothing, just look at the chat and see all y'all stories. That was epic the way you typed that. 1999, the Memorial Day Miracle. Yep, that's me, sitting there with my father. Like, y'all into this. If you guys could pick one player to come over the Spurs, who would it be? Someone that would make us better. If one player to come over to the Spurs, yeah, Bowen has really, yeah, he did have a high IQ. Okay, one player I would choose that's in the league right now. Kawhi Leonard. Shut up, Juan. You can't pick Kawhi. Shut up. Steven Adams, really? That's the one player you pick? I'm gonna pick a player. Y'all gonna say, can you limit it down and say it can't be a superstar, because these are too easy. Yeah, Giannis is too easy. Kawhi, Giannis, that's too easy. Pick somebody. I don't mean to change your question, man, but pick somebody that's not a superstar or not a. Okay, there we go. Laurie. Okay. Beal. Okay. See, that's a little better. You can't choose no superstar. No, you can probably choose an all-star, just not superstar status. I mean, that's too easy. Siakam. Okay, I'm gonna choose mine. Chris Middleton, Kuzma. Okay. Marc Gasol, Donovan Mitchell. Okay, I would choose, me personally, Boogie. Okay, Julius Randle. All right. Who I would choose personally? I would actually choose Gordon Hayward. I think Gordon Hayward, when he was with the Jazz, and like I said, I like that Jazz team with him and Trey Lyles and all that. If we could get Gordon Hayward, I would be so happy. He said, Hayward? Yes, Hayward. I love Gordon Hayward's game because he reminds me, like, especially on the Jazz. I know he got injured. He ain't trash. He is not trash. I know he got injured, but the thing about Gordon Hayward is that he reminded me of a Carmelo Anthony in a way, but a good, better, smoother Carmelo Anthony. Like, he always made the right pass. He shot the ball when they needed him. He got in the paint when they needed him to. He was good. He was a really good shooter. He was a good defender with the Jazz. And now he built some muscle. And I know he got injured last season, or the season before last. And then this past season, he didn't play that great. But that whole team no one on that team played great. If Kyrie had something to say about it, I mean, I don't know what was going on with that. Kyrie just kind of messed that team up, to be honest with you. And I love Kyrie. But yeah, it will be Gordon Hayward, man. Because I think Gordon Hayward under a Pop and under our system and under our medical staff, I think that he will be tremendous with the Spurs. Hayward is not the same as an old Carmelo. I don't know. I know you wouldn't see it because a lot of people see Gordon Hayward because of his debut with the Boston Celtics, which is understandable because when he was with the Boston Celtics, that's a big stage. But I'm thinking about him with the Jazz, and a lot of people didn't watch Utah. When he was with Utah, he was a bad man. He was the go-to guy, and he had a lot of big shots. I actually was thinking when he was on that team, I was thinking most definitely Utah Jazz is going to get a championship soon. That's how I felt. I guess I still feel like they're getting better, but I just felt like they were going to get that. Japanese Kawhi, Rui Hachimura. I wouldn't even choose a rookie because I ain't seen a rookie play yet, but I love me some Rui Hachimura, and I wanted Rui Hachimura in this. In from what I heard, Spurs wanted Rui Hachimura. Clan, where did you have Keldon going? I had him going number 15. The real NBA mock had him going 14, and he was 13 out of high school. Keldon, big steal. I think most people had him. I I didn't think about it because I didn't really some of my neighbors coming outside. I didn't really think about it. Yeah, I didn't really think about it. The thing about Keldon Johnson as well is that one thing that Coach Calipari said about him going so deep in the draft, he said a lot of times players they try out for a team or work out for a team, and then they don't work out for this team, and the team that they worked out for might choose somebody different, and then that's what makes them start falling down, because then now they're getting into the realm of teams they didn't even work out for, and those teams already had a different player in mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to lose that player they already scouted. So that's it makes sense. So yeah, he's not a real 29th pick. You know, he probably is a 14th pick, but 13th pick, but they just went with, you know, something else. Y'all want Dwight Howard? I don't trust Dwight Howard. If we got Dwight Howard, I would have to really think about it, and because we got him, I could think about why the Spurs should get him. Me personally, when it comes to Dwight Howard, and then right after that interview he just did, you know, where he sat there and he had to explain how he's not gay, but there's people that are out there that is gay, and they have to deal with this and this, that, and the third, and it was just like, man, I don't care about all this, because the thing about Dwight Howard is everything pertaining to Dwight Howard is never just basketball with him. It's always something else. It's always, is Dwight Howard going to grow up? Is Dwight Howard, does he care about the game? And we'll see him playing, we'll say he's a phenomenal talent, but it's always other stuff. Like, what we remember Dwight Howard from, we don't remember him for the playoff run. We don't remember him for the Magic going to the finals. We don't remember that. What we remember Dwight Howard for is the Superman cape. You know, and it's hard for me to want him right now the more I think about it, because it's just like every single thing that pertains to Dwight Howard is something else. It's never just basketball. It's never just Dwight Howard dominating. Dwight Howard, it's always something else. I don't know. It's always something else with Dwight Howard. So I don't know. And this whole thing where, you know, he's sitting there in an interview to explain, I'm not homosexual, but there's, you know, people that deal with homosexual every day, and it really made me open my eyes. And it's like, God damn, man. Damn, like, I understand you want to address it and everything, but dang, man, that was a while ago. And I know people still make fun of, they're gonna make fun of you regardless for it, dog. I mean, the whole thing, because that whole thing was crazy. That whole thing was weird. I don't know. I used to be a Lakers fan. Oh, you came to the light. You came to the light. All right, y'all. I think that's about it. I was on here for 1 hour and 33 minutes. My butt is hurting. What y'all talking about? Ruru, how you gonna come so late? Ruru, you always late. I'm just playing. You ain't always late. How you gonna come in here late? Talking about what y'all talking about? Get out of here. You can't come in like that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You like that person. You like that person where people in the room gossiping, and then the one nosy neighbor come in and was like, "What y'all talking about?" Was at work. I don't care where you were, Ruru. You didn't come. You didn't come in when we needed you. And now it's too late. Now I'm getting ready to go. I've been in here 1 hour and 30 minutes waiting on you, Ruru. If I started this off and I said, guys, I can't talk about any of the topics until Ruru get here. It's been 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I have said nothing. I've just been staring at the screen the entire time. You want to come here and talk about what y'all talking about? Stop it, Ruru. Be on time next time. Timmy coming back, though. Yay. No, ain't no yay. No. Ain't no yay. He ain't coming back. He'll never be back. I'm just playing Ruru. Ruru crying now. Y'all know she gonna cry in the car, right? The only one late, I just got home from work. What's the deal with Howard? I know you ain't coming to the Spurs and Tim Duncan coach. Wow. The thing about, oh wait, did you say Howard or Hayward? What did you say? Oh, Howard. Y'all talking about Dwight? Oh no. Somebody mentioned that they wanted Dwight, and I said that I probably don't want him. He is he is he is he is as a, I mean, I guess you mean assistant coach. Yeah, we know. I talked about it already, Ruru. I'm just messing with you. I talked about it for like the first 20 minutes. Somebody wanted me to stop and talk about something else, and it only been like 8 minutes. I'm like, that man gave us 19 years. I can at least give him 19 minutes. Spurs winning championship confirmed. You heard it there. Spurs winning championship is confirmed. All right, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and get out. Ruru, go back and watch the video because you're late, and you're always late. And I will get with y'all later. I'm going to let some people come out. Hey, before y'all leave, like the video right now. Like, go ahead, like it right now. Everybody, there's 98 people in here right now. Earlier, I think it went up to like 160, didn't it? That's pretty good. Eventually, we're going to have like thousands. Just watch. Y'all go ahead and like it. Everybody like the video. Like it, like it, like it, like it, like it. I want the likes to 100. I like the video. Stay up. Thanks, man. Thanks, Rez. All right, we're at 86 likes. Come on, y'all. Get it up, get it up. Get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up. Y'all seen the pic of Kawhi with his Spurs ring on? Yeah, I saw that. Screw him. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I mean, people think that he carried us to that championship. He shouldn't be wearing it anyway. Not saying he deserved it. Okay, I'm babbling. Y'all, come on, get to 100. I'm at 88. We're at 88. We're not gonna get to 100 if it's only 90-something people here. We're at 91. Okay, like the video. Like the video. Go Spurs, go. Like the video. Please, like it. Like it. Like it so I can go in. My butt hurts. I've been sitting in the seat forever, dude. I've been adjusting the whole time. And I've been holding up my phone too. Can you give me some credit for that? I've been holding up my phone for an hour and 30 some minutes. That's how much dedication I have. Like the video from New Zealand. Thanks, man. That's what's up. I was in New Zealand. Facts Clan. He didn't carry Spurs, but he did great Raptors though. He did great. Yeah, he kind of carried the Raptors. All right, 2 more likes. 1 more like. We're at 100. 1 more like. I know that's that one person in here and they just like, oh, I'm going to hold on to this like. I'm going to hold on to it. What you holding on to it for, bruh? Hello, everyone. Okay, you just came in here. You like it. 103. Okay, thank you. Thanks, y'all. I'll get with you later. I appreciate the love. Till next time, people still liking it. You don't got to like it no more if you don't want to. Thank you so much. Subscribe. All y'all subscribe. Anybody that's new to this channel, subscribe. Until next time, Spurs Nights. Deuces. Love y'all. And I don't know next time I'll make a video, but I will soon. We're going to talk Spurs. Deuces. Bye.